behavioral model meeting today. I'm sharing my screen and the notes from last time. I'll turn off the camera. So the last time we were talking about, we had all these notes from last time. I'm going to switch over to the issues that I saw come in. I saw this one come in from Fruffy. Do you guys happen to know who Fabian Rufi is?
Yeah, he works at
Yes,
Intel.
he's from Intel, but I don't know what change he made. So
Oh, that's
I need to
okay.
look
No,
at it.
no,
He does
that's
a
okay.
lot of work in the p4.org,
Mhm,
and he created a P4 TestGen tool,
mhm,
and
Right.
he tried it out on the Dash behavioral model and
Mhm.
came back with some
Comments.
good observations about some dead code.
Mhm.
So
Yep.
hopefully the people responsible for that code, and I think Marian might be, can look into this.
Mhm.
So
So
hopefully someday we'll make this part of the CI build, but it's a little early to try to do that. But he did it
Mhm.
experimentally.
Okay. Right.
yeah, so this is a P4 TestGen is the name of the tool that's been created from Intel. Fabian Rafi is the main developer there. Yeah,
Oh,
P4
okay.
TestGen. Yeah,
Yeah.
it tests all the parts in the hardware or behavioral model based on the P4 program, and it's a testing tool
Very cool.
based
And
on
then
synthetic.
Nate Foster.
Yes.
Do you guys know who Nate Foster is? Because
So
I'm
Nate
not familiar.
Foster is the person who's part-time works at Intel, and
both
otherwise
work at
is
Intel.
yes, and Nate is a professor full-time at Cornell,
Mhm.
and he's the one who led the P4 TestGen project.
Mhm.
And yeah, we are also working with other CSP like Google on this one. It's supposed to be applicable for both switch as well as NIC, which is
Mhm.
in our case the IPU DPUs. Yeah, and any hardware behavioral model can be can use this particular P4 TestGen tool, and it will find defects. If there is it basically exercises all the code paths and hardware part of paths.
Also, just on Nate Foster's behalf, he's a full-time professor at Cornell, and he's actually co-chair of the P4 language design working group, and he's one of the leading figures in the P4 community.
Great. That was fantastic that they contributed. So I did see that come through, but I just wasn't sure. I hadn't been introduced to these two. So that's awesome. Riff, I know you're a little bit newer. Did you have any questions about this one?
I know,
Yeah.
like there are certain like tools that later come how to say, because people TestGen sometimes is like when the program gets too large, it actually becomes a little bit slow for like really large program. So I'm not sure like how long it will actually take to generate all the packet for our BM. So the and the other question I'm thinking about is that there are certain programs that comes later, but it's the same idea, just like improve the P4 TestGen. So I'm not sure if we have considered any of those because they're just trying to improve the performance. But yeah.
Well, that's great. Thanks for that, Riff. So in the Dash repo under pipeline, we have, the BMV2 and the SCI, and this is basically what we have so far. It's certainly not fully fleshed out, but this is where we are so far. So just FYI.
Yeah.
And then, go ahead.
Oh yeah. Just curious. Yeah, nothing particular. Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Riff, I don't know, sorry, I missed that comment. Were you asking about the P4 TestGen? If there is any question, please let me know and I can get some answers for you. Is it related to scale, etc.? If you have any questions, please send an email.
Yep, sounds good. And of course, if you have run the test, like see how long it will take, I would be like very interested to know. Yeah, because it's
Got
just
it.
like academic papers, maybe true,
Yes.
maybe not. Yep. So just wondering like how the real performance looks like. Thank you.
Got it. Sure.
Yeah,
Yep.
Riff, I don't know if you read the complete set of comments on that issue,
Mhm.
but Fabian was expressing concern that, for a complicated program, it can try to spend quite a bit of time on finding all the code paths.
Mhm.
And, it's not necessarily deterministic, it's a heuristic algorithm.
Yeah.
And so at this point, it's kind of premature to say it's something we could use like in, I'll call it quote unquote production for Dash behavior model, but it's worth keeping up with the progress. And Fabian,
definitely.
he's working on another program called Flay, which is in his own branch.
Right here.
Yeah, which he linked to, and that's an experimental project that'll specifically designed to find dead code. So that might be something that we could run, let's say, just as almost like a linting.
Mhm.
That if it's more performant and not so open ended, it would be a great tool, just like running a lint check almost. Trying to do heuristic generation of test packets on arbitrary programs is quite an art form. We're probably not going to be there for Dash for some time. So we'll probably do more explicit handwritten tests. But there are a lot of tools out there in the wild for generating automatic test vectors. I'm just not sure of any which are suitable for Dash right now or who has the time to try to play with them. But all contributions are welcome.
Yep, definitely.
Yep.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
Yeah, Google has done a lot of work in that area too.
Yeah, they do like a lot of things in the pins to actually do similar things to generate the test package, so they can make sure like things will.
Right. So
yeah.
Pin's team is actually using P4 TestGen at the moment at Google.
Oh, nice.
Nice. That's really good to know. That means that it actually works.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Or I should say, it actually works well.
Nice. That's awesome.
That's awesome. Yeah.
Yep. And I know we needed a couple of updates today on, there were two that Marian was working on. However, he's not on the call, so I'll have to ping him offline for updates. So I guess I can open it up to anyone else. That's what I had seen come through. Wait, let me look at my PRs real quick. Yep. That's what I had for PRs and issues. Did you guys have anything for today? I don't know if Andy's on. Do you know if Andy worked on his backend experiment about the DPDK backend test experiment? Or I can ping him offline.
I think he's waiting for, developers, DPDK developers to address those issues, and they were not high priority.
It seems some compiler issues are open, and those compiler issues need to be fixed, and then he'll be able to resume the DPDK backend tests.
Knowing Andy, the microsecond those fixes are available, he'll be broadcasting all of his progress in minute detail.
Right. Oh, that's great. Okay. Awesome. Okay. And then Saad, I haven't seen you for a while. Did you have anything you needed to have addressed before we close off for today? Okay, I gave it Andy's 7-second rule there. So VJ, are you good? Do you need anything?
No, I think I'm good this week.
You're good?
Nothing.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks. So that's all I really had. And without Marian's updates, like I said, I'll try and get those in like an offline format. So thank you guys for coming though. And thanks, Chris, for the context on this TestGen. This is really interesting.
Yeah, and thanks Reshma too for the intel view of it. They're doing all the work.
Yeah. Do you think, Reshma, should I invite them to the repo, or should I just let them contribute as they have been?
Invite them to the repo, to the calls, or
No. Well, no, not to the. I mean, you can forward it if you want, or I could. We can talk about that.
Okay. Sure.
No, I meant to be able to write to the repo, but.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
All right.
Maybe we could do Fabian. Yeah.
Okay.
That'd
All
be
right.
great.
All right. Well, thanks, you guys. Have a good day.
Okay, bye-bye.
Thank you.
I'll stop the recording. Okay.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Okay.
Christina.
Happy pre-Friday. Okay. Bye-bye.
Happy
Okay.
pre-Friday.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.